Yeah, man. It's the legendary D Spade, man. Over here, we talk about certain shit. Give our opinions on certain stuff. But at the end, this stuff ain't for sale. This stuff ain't for rent. It's just my man. I'm here, D Spade 2 cents.
What up, man? It's your boy Paul Masson back again with my nigga D Spade.
What's happening, y'all?
Having one of our little conversations again, you know what I mean, hood politics. So one of the things we was discussing the other day, man, we got into a little heated conversation because he was talking about our niggas always talking about their reputation. Niggas always talking about their rep, you know what I mean, what they rep is in the street and in the street, so I should say, as they say down south, you know, what their reputation is and what they trying to maintain with their reputation and their reasons for trying to maintain said reputation. So, you know, me and my man got a little discussion about that. So, you know, as usual, I thought it was bullshit, but my man D Spade, he had to drop his 2 cents. So, you know, what's going on, bro?
I feel like reputation is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's the fabric of who you are, you know, in these streets or streets. And even in, you know, rural places, you know, your reputation follows you to professional places. You know, it's your resume of your life. So yeah, that's very vital, very important, and I feel it's equally important to maintain whatever reputation you have and control the message of what people gonna say about you, because what usually happens is you're never going to get 100% support, but 80 is better than 100.
I mean, can you really control the message of what they talk about motherfuckers every day?
Yes, you can control
every day.
You know how you can control
How?
it? By your actions through the years. If you maintain your consistency out here, people respect that in the streets, and it won't be, the job of your kids won't be as hard if you have a good reputation, or you can have a reputation for being a head buster. You know what I'm saying? That's a good reputation to have too. You know what I'm saying? Because certain people will not fuck with your family members or fuck with certain people that you know.
My question is this. It comes a point in time, you know, you reach a certain age, a certain state of maturity where you got to leave that type of thinking behind. You know what I'm saying? So when do you walk away from that? When do you stop being concerned with what the streets say about who you are, who they think you are, what they think you about?
I think it depends on how your reputation is. If you got a reputation of being a good guy, why would you want that to go away? If you got a reputation of being a good guy, but will fuck you up if you fuck with me, you feel me, or fuck with anybody I know. Those are things that I don't think you should let go of, you know. Now, if you a dude that just randomly robs the same people in your neighborhood, yeah, you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? But 2 aspects that I gave you is worth fighting for and worth keeping intact even through your 50s, 60s, and 70s. Because you're a good guy. You may give people the shirt off your back. You just not to be fucked up with. You know, so he or she should want to maintain that type of credibility throughout their whole life. You know, so that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
I just say it like this, you know, no matter what your reputation is in the streets, you know, or was, or whatever you did in the past, or what have you, you know what I mean? Your sons, your children cannot live off of their father's reputation. You understand what I'm saying?
People do it all the time.
No, they don't. At the end of the day, they need to get out there and they got to make their own way. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and people are going to respect them for being who they are. Now, the respect of your father is only going to get you so much, and it's going to come a point in time when people want to see what you about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to know how you built.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So this is where I draw the line with all that type of thing. And not everybody's going to love you. Mm-hmm. You understand? You can have a good heart and give people the shirt off your back and all of that, but not everybody's gonna understand that or appreciate or respect that, because some people are gonna respect him and say, you know what, he's a good dude. Then you have other niggas gonna be like, yo, that nigga pussy, fuck that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't control how people perceive you. You know what I'm saying? You can only live your life and do live right, try to live right and do the right thing by as many people as you can, and hope that, everything works in your favor. But there's always going to be a nigga that's going to hate. You know what I'm saying? The world revolves around fucking haters. There's always going to be a nigga that's throwing somewhere, taking your good deeds and throwing dirt on your name. And you cannot run down on every single person who look at say, oh man, that nigga, he this, he that, or whatever, and try to change their mind. So this is where I draw the line at.
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road. That you said something that's key. That one day your kids is going to have to represent for themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I agree with that, but I've actually seen this happen. You know what I'm saying? Where the strength of a man family. I grew up right around on 17th Street, right around here. Dude named Brady had 3 brothers, and they family was known in the neighborhood for fucking people up. You feel me? When they got it twisted. This was the mindset that was established. His younger brothers, what his big brothers did, you know what I'm saying, help protect the younger brother forever having to go through anything. Because it was always, man, Brady them go fuck you up, they go kill you, you know what I'm saying, you fuck with their younger brother. That thing protected him till he was grown. Now whatever, I don't know, the extent, but these niggas always had mad respect in the hood. And nobody fuck with his little brother, you know what I'm saying? And they kept their reputation alive because they was always updating their resume.
Okay, so what happens after that? So their children now continue on that tradition. You understand what I'm saying? This type of ignorance gets perpetuated throughout generation. Yeah, I know the type of behavior that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We all come from neighborhoods like that. And certain motherfuckers, you don't fuck with them because their family is whatever.
Absolutely.
But how long do you perpetuate this shit? This is the type of shit that leads motherfuckers to prison, that leads motherfuckers down a road of self-destruction, and ain't no coming back. Well, so at some point, somebody has to make the decision to say, you know what? Time out for this shit. I want a different type of reputation. Why we can't create a reputation of going to college and starting businesses and doing something positive and constructive?
Maybe that's why the protection is there for the younger brother. Because usually things like that happen. Remember, boys in the hood, they were trying to get the nigga to go to college to play football. His brothers was protecting him, you feel me? You see what I'm saying? And sometimes you can protect your younger brother with your reputation so they can reach they may be the ones that got the future. You understand what I'm saying?
Those are rare cases. For the most part, and in the conversation that you and I were having, for the most part, is motherfuckers want to quote unquote protect their rep just because they don't want nobody talking about them. And they want, they don't know. I know you like that. That's why we have this conversation.
Yeah.
They don't want they have a problem taking any kind of criticism. Well, who they think they are, who they perceive themselves to be, and how someone else may see them. And that's what we're talking about here right now. So if you have a reputation of being, let's use your analogy, you call it a head buster?
Head buster.
Okay, so let's say you move to a new state or new whatever, a new country or whatever, a new neighborhood. This is what I'm saying. This is where the ignorance come in. So these people don't know you from a hole in the wall, right?
But it depends on what neighborhood that you move in that new state.
They don't
say you move in MS-13 neighborhood.
So what does that mean? What do you gotta what do you do? This is what I'm saying. This is ignorance.
What if you
ignorance perpetuated?
What if you move, like I say, in the MS-13 neighborhood? And you know how that neighborhood is, but your finances ain't together. So these motherfuckers walking around, you know how MS-13 get down. They have they initiate their people by killing the average Joe that's walking down the fucking street.
Okay, so
to beat him with the baseball bat or whatever they got to do to earn their stripes.
Okay.
So either you're gonna get beat with the baseball bat, update your resume, or you say, you know what, I'm 48 years old. I need to leave this alone. But the problems is coming to you. Do you know what I'm saying? The problem may be to you that you have to handle that and build your shit up again because you in the wrong situation. Now, if you in Beverly Hills, you can be, nice and chill the way you would want to be. You feel me? But certain living circumstances dictate responses for your reputation. If you living in Inglewood, California, you ain't got to worry about that.
I don't like. I can somewhat, see where you're going at with that analogy, but your reputation, to me, it doesn't have anything to do with any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being a man. You know what I'm saying? And just being a stand-up individual. So whatever you had done in the past up to that point is irrelevant to these new motherfuckers. They don't know you. You understand what I'm saying? So a man is gonna respect a man. If you a man, you're a stand-up motherfucker. You can exist anywhere in the world without any problems or minimal problem. Yeah, it might be a situation somebody brings something to you and then you deal with it. That's a different situation. So when you use in terms like update my resume, that's in my mind. That's saying, well, I'm new here and I'm the new nigga on the block and I'm gonna go pop off to let these niggas know that I ain't the one to be fucked with. That's ignorance.
No, that part is ignorant. That part is ignorant.
When you say
you're searching for trouble.
Because when you say update my resume, that's the first thing that's gonna come to people's mind.
You took that out of context.
I don't think I did. I think the viewers gonna see when you say update my resume. That's like a nigga going from one jail. He did 5 years in one jail. Now he get transferred to another jail. Niggas don't know him. He gotta update his resume. So as soon as he get there, he popping off. You gonna eat your cornbread? He going in. He going in straight up.
Now, so he's stupid for doing that. Now he went to a whole other jail. See, this is what I'm saying.
He's trying to protect his reputation.
Hold on.
He's trying to protect his reputation.
Circumstances, I'm telling you, circumstances and location dictate all of this action. This nigga, this is what could happen. He did 5 years in that fucked up prison. Then he go to Camp Cupcake. When you got goddamn golf courses.
I didn't say it was a camp. He just get transferred somewhere else.
I'm just saying, but he ain't got no update, no resume to update if he's going to Camp Cupcake.
I didn't say it was a camp. I'm just saying he get transferred, and that's how it goes. Like the ignorance is levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucker serving 20 years. He do 5 years in this prison, then they wake him up when look, you going over here. Now he going over there.
Yeah.
His name probably already ringing bells in that jail, and probably done got to a couple of other niggas that he knocked out and got transferred. Nigga, what happened to you? This nigga D Spade fucked me up. D Spade, who the fuck is that? Man, you don't want to fuck with that nigga. Now 5 years later,
you gotta go.
You end up over here.
Yeah.
Niggas probably heard of you from whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you still gonna have a guy that want to test that.
Right.
You feel me?
But it's ignorance. My point is this is my point.
It is ignorance.
It's ignorance. So at some point, you have to grow beyond that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But like I say, it's based on the circumstances because if you some people wake up, they've been applying to go to a prison, a much lighter prison. You feel me? Then they appeal come through to go to that prison. Then they go to a prison with golf courses like Bernie fucking Madoff. They got goddamn tennis courts and shit, man. They eat lobster and shit. There's no need to go over there with that aggressive attitude. Right. You feel me? You living good. You can get conjugal visits. You know what I'm saying? All that. When you want to fuck that up for. So it all depends on the circumstances. Yes, he's gonna have to up there. If he's going from one max prison to another max, nigga, you got to get it in. You got to go back in. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas don't know you, and most people are already clicked up. You feel me? Yeah. So you know how the jails run. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas is already clicked up. So if you got to just come in that bitch, and the first thing somebody say to you, you stab their ass in the neck. That's something right there that you got in your pocket. You feel me? Now you may get retaliated upon. You feel me? Depending on if he clicked up or not, you know what I'm saying? But that's the life you chose when you go to prison, you feel me?
Well, my thing, man, I'm all about growth and elevation.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
So, any opportunity.
But I love my reputation.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm trying to evolve, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change. I'm not trying to be stuck in the past.
But we have evolved. We don't evolve. We have evolved. We don't do half the shit we used to do. Yeah. So our evolution is taking place, you feel me? We ain't out here looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? Look at our life, nigga. We family men, but our number one job is to protect our family. You know what I'm saying? So if that means updating the resume to do that, you know what I'm saying? So be it. But yeah, man, it's just my 2 cents about the whole shit, man.
I can dig it. That's it for the day, man. D Spade, you heard his 2 cents.
Yes,
trying to update his resume. Y'all niggas stay out the way.
I don't want no problems, man. Y'all keep it popping, man. Peace.